while all of this was going on, Coltane is now adorned in a full suit of knightly armor, including an exceptionally brilliant longsword. He looks just like all of the other knights. The knight next to Coltane hands him a scabbard for it that fits to the belt. The Khajiit quickly grabs a drape from inside a dresser drawer, throws it around Coltane, buttoning it on. So Coltane now has a blue cloak in addition to his shining armor.
Oh yeah. You know what, I'm going to, thank you very much, Steward, and thank you very much, Knight. I'm going to go ahead and take my full helm, and I'm just going to go back to waiting in the other room. No need to follow me.
Alright, he moves over to the doorway, extends his hand, allowing you to go on.
I'll gracefully pass, and then pretending to take a right, I'll actually change my footing and go put my helm on as I go down this staircase to the left.
As you pass by to head down the stairs, you see him frantically looking around, realizing that he and the other knight are now alone.
I'm just going to, keep to myself and just head downstairs disguised as one of these knights.
The Duke is currently talking with a wizard. The wizard tells the Duke that everything is proceeding as planned, that their preparations to use the magic circle in the Mages Guild to get everyone to High Rock is proceeding as planned, and that they just need to keep the Guildmaster occupied, and that if they make a wrong move, the Guildmaster might retaliate, and he would make a very dangerous enemy. And it's better just keep everyone on their side. The Duke begins to travel on up, taking his squad of knights with him.
I'm going to put my back against the wall, have my hand on the hilt of my sword, and just pretend I'm standing post.
As you do that, the knight at the front salutes you.
And I will salute back.
Fair enough. The Duke suspects nothing, and they all pass by and disappear up the staircase. Follows behind slowly, scratching his head. He goes, I wonder why the Duke had a barrier spell on him. I wonder where he got it. And the wizard heads on up as well. There is a passage going left that seems to be dusty and untrodden. There is a passage going north, which is extremely dusty, but does seem to have footprints going in that direction. And finally, the path going south, clean, well lit, and it seems like if anyone has gone, they're probably that way.
I'm gonna follow those footprints and fly forward, like Superman style, going through these corridors, not disturbing any of the dust on the floor, so I can follow the footprints.
You narrowly miss a lowered portion of the ceiling, barely as you're flying by. You nearly smack your head on it, but your awareness was good enough to where, you just pass under it.
I'm gonna keep on proceeding down this way.
The chamber is extremely dark. You can't make out much of anything.
I'm gonna cast Spirit Sight so I can see.
With your enhanced sight, you see the corpse of what you understand to be a flesh Atronach. A Daedra that is created by stitching a bunch of humanoid corpses together. You can't really see anything else from here.
I'm continuing on my way out of there, hanging about the wall so I can't get attacked from both sides.
As you come out from around the corner, Revan notices you before you notice him.
What's going on?
Alright, as you say that, The walls around you begin to ripple within the shadows, bubbling out, distorting, twisting.
There's an assassin here, and unless we kill him, we're going to be in a lot of trouble.
Keep running, boys. Keep running.
This assassin is incredibly powerful. We need to keep moving back the way we came and find another way out. But if this assassin gets too close, we might be able to take him down as a team.
As you say that, just a hand, not a body, just a hand reaches out of the shadows and pushes you forward. You stumble a couple steps forward, but you catch yourself and you don't fall over. However, the hand immediately retreats back into the shadows and returns to being ripples, and the ripples just scatter all about in amongst the shadows in the room.
I've lost my torch, but if you can illuminate the room in other ways, perhaps with a small flame spell, that could be a help, as then we may be able to see where this assassin is.
Won't that create more shadows or something? Or I guess it's all shadow.
It's all shadow, it's all darkness, or we can keep moving.
Let's just...
Up to you.
Ooh.
The ripples intensify as you're talking.
We're gonna run left. Could I actually use my lore skill on these shadows?
This is not conventional magic as you understand it, because there seems to be no spell casting, nothing. It's just you are being chased by what appear to be living shadows. And the silhouette of a man continues to blink in and out of them, from wall to wall, crevice to crevice.
I'm just gonna call out to him. I'll just say, show yourself.
As you do that, a snake begins to crawl out from the left, and it just seems to be crawling over towards you guys at a leisurely pace.
Crispy.
Well, I'm gonna float into the sky a bit higher. Just like out of its reach, using levitate.
The snake seems to pass just under you and go the way you came. Like, it gives zero shits about the fact you're levitating, and it didn't even see Ral there or care. It was just there the whole time. There seems to be no response other than just still silence. In fact, when you called that out, like, now that the snake has passed by, you realize there are no more distortions, there are no more rippling. It's almost as if he's gone away at the moment. And, like, whatever presence you felt is gone.
I'm now starting to wonder where Revan actually went off to, because I was supposed to go with him. So I'm just going to stick to my persona and stride confidently across the hallway, keeping an eye out to see if I can find him.
Coltane finally saving the day.
It was all part of the plan.
One of them comes up to meet you. He asks, any news?
No news. All I know is the Duke has specific orders to speak with our two guests. Have you seen a dark elf pass through here?
Well, someone passed through here. We don't know who. Another guard walks up and says, what's going on here?
Well, I'm operating under the assumption that a dark elf passed through here claiming there was some kind of rat problem. Look, I'm under strict orders. I do not have much time. Could you please open this gate for me? I need to investigate.
They step aside, but the guy who's obviously the leader looks at you with a scrutinizing gaze and says, Lord Dran told us not to open the gate until he'd come through. Has that changed?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm telling you.
That seems odd, but if the Duke orders it, so it shall be. And he gives the signal over to the guy who's standing at the gate mechanism. They start pulling the winch, and the gate slowly starts to open. The guard step to the side and lets you pass.
Yes, I'm just gonna stroll through the gate then. I've got to commit to this, so I'm gonna find them. All right, I walk through.
All right, you do not see either of them. And as you move forward, you actually pass by both of them.
Well, that plan went to shit pretty quick. Okay, well I guess I'm just gonna keep searching for him.
Idea.
One of
Just
them,
to make.
I hug you and hold on to your back. You chameleon me and levitate us both over. The second option is we go down to that southern passage and hope it comes out in the armory. Alright, Revan, well, we either have to fight our way out of here or we have to wait for them to pass and then take the southern passage.
I'm gonna whisper to you this. We can fight our way out of here, and if we kill them all, there's no witnesses, so it's just mysterious.
There's that fellow down. Alright.
And the one
We
of
can
those
just
knights,
kill anyone there that is, but...
the knight that walked past looks pretty tough, just saying.
Well, let's... let's float over this way. What we'll do is, I'm gonna try and float over them on one side.
Okay.
This is what I've all whispered to you over here. I'm gonna whisper this to you and say, we'll float over. I'll float over, attack them from that side, and you'll attack them from behind.
Alright, let's do it.
You manage to levitate over to the other side.
Alrighty. I'm now gonna cast, test out that new spell, Lightning Ball.
As you prepare to cast it, you notice that the shadows around the ceiling begin to ripple, and you hear a voice that says, "You shouldn't do that." The voice from the shadows goes, "You're the Duke's honored guest. You don't want to do this."
What to?
This has all gone to shit.
Just land, and you can walk away from this. We have an arrangement, after all. That's what the voice says. The gravelly voice in the darkness.
I'm going to come around. I'm going to land around this corner, around here, take off my chameleon, alright, and then I'm going to come back around the corner, and then tell the guards of a intruder in the kitchen.
The leader of them goes, "You're the Duke's guest. What are you doing down here?" They kind of begin to gather around you. They are otherwise distracted.
I'm gonna try and sneak around them, not the side of the kitchen, but the other side where there are the dead people. So I'm gonna try and head through basically this way.
You manage to sneak by into the storage area. One of the knights runs back and shouts, "We found him!" to Coltane and the other knight.
Okay, so I'll turn back to see the commotion and presumably spot Revan. And I'll be like, "Ah, there he is. The Duke needs to see you urgently. Please come with me."
Sorry, gents, look like I'm needed elsewhere, so I'm gonna head on back.
I'm gonna try and head through to the opposite side of this area, without being detected by this fellow here occupied with the dead bodies.
He's an idiot. He doesn't see you.
Cool. I'm going through back the way we came.
There is absolutely nothing in your way.
I've got another idea, because in all this like running around and so on, as a way to get you with us, and there's the dark elf guy as well. But I could just say
in the building.
Oh yeah, no one knows.
well, you
you're a
have by
guest
the
yet.
assassin, and the assassin's seen me as well with you. But he's got a vested interest in sort of like, he's like, "Oh, you're the honored guest," and so on. So he doesn't want me to make any foolish decision, and he knows that I was helping you. So in order to get you not killed, we could go along with the story that you're my slave. I am from a Telvanni thing, and
Yeah, but
I
your
like that.
slave has just run through the bloody place.
no one knows.
Only
no one's
the-
seen. Only he's seen it, and he also saw me being so. But he doesn't
Yeah.
want to ounce me, and presumably.
You're incredibly talented, necessary slave.
All right.
You're gonna have to play
So we'll
dumb.
just go. You'll be my slave, Ral.
Alright.
Just like
I liked
no.
my idea of being invisible, but let's try that one then.
Well, this way you'll get to come with us to High Rock.
I mean, this way the blame's on you too, so I don't have to feel bad about it.
Well, either way, he already knows that
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
incriminated. So,
Yeah.
all right, come slave, let's go.
I'm coming.
The knight spots you and says, "They're here, my lord!" The Duke, the wizard, and the steward all turn to see you, And the other knight runs up as well and just kind of gets to your side to make sure that you aren't going anywhere but to the Duke.
I got to call out to the Khajiit. I went to find the bathroom and I couldn't find it, but I'm ready to get geared up now. And maybe some gear for my slave as well.
The Duke looks suspiciously at you and then nods at the steward. And the steward just says, "This way," and leads you around. He takes a stern look at the slave before he proceeds down, but he's you know, he clearly isn't going to get in your way.
I usually prefer to wear light, so I'll stick with my robes, but I know my slave could do with an upgrade in armor. After all, if someone comes after me, he's going in front. So, what light armors do you have available?
We have very high quality boiled leather. And he walks over to the opposite end of the room that Coltane was at before, holds up a chest piece that is made of extremely hard but also flexible in the right spots piece of leather armor, and walks it over to Ral. We have a full set of this, if this is to your liking.
It doesn't matter whether it's to his liking. I like it. So Ral's going to wear it. Another question. Do you have a library here?
I'm afraid we don't have a library in the castle itself, but there is one in the city if you'd like to go pay a visit to it before you head off on your journey.
Don't worry about it then.
I'm so incredibly nervous that I've been allowed to stay here, so I'm just going to keep my mouth shut and say nothing.